All right, what is up, everybody? It's your host, Artificial Intelligence here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into personal finance, the fundamentals, the 101. My goal here, as always, is to break it down for you, super simple, super actionable, so you can walk away from this video feeling empowered, not overwhelmed. We're going to cut through all the noise and focus on the essential pillars that can genuinely transform your financial life, regardless of where you're starting from. Whether you're making minimum wage or pulling in six figures, these concepts apply. Because let me tell you, it's not always about how much you make, but how smart you are with what you. So if you're ready to stop feeling stressed about money and start building a more secure, more prosperous future, you are in exactly the right place. Think of me as your personal financial algorithm, programmed to guide you towards optimal outcomes. In the next 6 minutes, we'll walk you through the basics of personal finance, the simple steps that can help you build a more secure future. Alright, so let's kick things off with the absolute cornerstone, the foundation upon which all financial success is built: budgeting. A budget isn't a financial prison, it's your financial freedom plan. It's literally a roadmap for your money. You wouldn't start a cross-country road trip without a GPS or at least a map, right? You'd end up lost, frustrated, and probably out of gas. Your financial life is no different, and a budget is that essential navigation tool. Think about it. A budget is simply you telling your money where to go, proactively, instead of reactively wondering where it all disappeared at the end of the month. A really popular and effective method to get started, especially if you're new to this, is the 50-30-20 rule. Basically, you allocate 50% of your after-tax income to your absolute needs. These are things like housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, the essentials you can't live without. Then 30% goes towards your wants. This is the fun stuff like dining out, entertainment, hobbies, travel. And finally, the crucial 20% is dedicated to savings and debt repayment. To make this whole process even easier, there are some amazing tools out there. I'm talking about budgeting apps like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, or Personal Capital. Many of these apps can link directly to your bank accounts and credit cards, automatically categorizing your transactions and showing you exactly where your money is going in real time. So the first step is to just start. Download an app, or grab a spreadsheet, or even a notebook if you prefer. This single habit, mastering your budget, will have a ripple effect on every other aspect of your financial well-being. Okay, so you've got your budget in place, you know where your money is going, fantastic. The next logical step, and this is absolutely critical, is building the habit of saving. Saving money is the engine that powers your financial goals, whether it's a down payment on a house, a dream vacation, or a comfortable retirement. It's the deliberate act of setting aside a portion of your income for the future, instead of spending everything you earn today. Consistency is king here, so how do you start? Well, begin by setting a clear, achievable monthly savings goal. Even if it's just $50 or $100 a month, especially when you're just starting out, or if things are tight, that's perfectly fine. The psychological win of hitting that goal consistently is huge. One of the most powerful strategies to ensure you stick to your savings plan is automation. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate savings account on the same day you get paid. This is often called paying yourself first. When the money is moved before you even see it, before you have a chance to spend it on something else, you're far less likely to miss it. Now let's talk about why saving early is so incredibly powerful. There's this magical concept in finance called compound interest. The earlier you start saving, even small amounts, the more time compound interest has to work its magic. Ultimately, saving isn't about deprivation. It's about creating options and security for your future self. Chapter 3. Debt. Taming the beast and making it work for you. Alright, let's tackle a topic that often comes with a lot of stress and anxiety: debt. For many people, debt can feel like a heavy weight, a constant source of worry. But here's the thing, not all debt is created equal, and understanding how to manage it effectively is absolutely crucial for your financial health. The type of debt that can really derail your financial progress is typically high-interest consumer debt. We're talking about credit card balances with interest rates of 20% or more, payday loans, or personal loans with unfavorable terms. So the first priority is to aggressively target and eliminate this type of debt. There are a couple of popular and effective strategies for tackling debt, and the best one for you often depends on your personality and what keeps you motivated. The first is the avalanche method. With this approach, you list all your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest. You make minimum payments on all your debts, except for the one with the highest interest rate. That's the one you attack with every extra dollar you can find. The other well-known strategy is the snowball method. With this one, you list your debts from the smallest balance to the largest, regardless of the interest rate. The key is to choose the method that you are most likely to stick with. Tame that debt beast, and you'll free up so much mental energy and, more importantly, cash flow, that you can then redirect towards your savings and investment goals. Chapter 4. Investing making your money work harder than you do. Seriously. So you're budgeting like a pro, you're saving consistently, and you're getting a handle on your debt. That is fantastic progress. Now it's time to talk about the really exciting part, making your money start to work for you. And that, my friends, means investing. Investing can sound intimidating, like it's only for Wall Street gurus or people with tons of money, but I'm here to tell you that it's more accessible than ever, and it's absolutely essential for building long-term wealth and achieving goals like a comfortable retirement. For most people, especially when you're starting out, the best place to begin investing is through retirement accounts. These are accounts like a 401k if your employer offers one, or an IRA, individual retirement account, like a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, which you can open on your own. These accounts come with significant tax advantages, which can mean keeping more of your money as it grows. For example, with a Roth IRA, your money grows tax-free, and you pay no taxes on withdrawals in retirement. Now here's a pro tip that I cannot stress enough. If your employer offers a 401k match, you absolutely positively need to contribute enough to get the full match. This is literally free money. So what should you actually invest in once you have these accounts set up? For most people, especially beginners, the simplest and often most effective approach is to invest in low-cost index funds or ETFs, exchange-traded funds. An index fund basically holds all the stocks in a particular market index like the S&P 500, which represents 500 of the largest US companies. This gives you instant diversification, meaning you're not putting all your eggs in one basket by trying to pick individual winning stocks, which is incredibly difficult even for professionals. Remember, investing, especially for long-term goals like retirement, is a marathon, not a sprint. Let your money grow, and focus on what you can control: your savings rate and your investment choices. Chapter 5. Emergency Fund, your financial superhero cape. Don't leave home without it. Alright, we've covered budgeting, saving, tackling debt, and investing, all incredibly important pillars of personal finance. But there's one more crucial component that acts as your financial safety net, your shield against the unexpected curveballs life inevitably throws your way. And that, my friends, is the emergency fund. Seriously, an emergency fund is not just a nice-to-have, it's an absolute must-have. So, what exactly is an emergency fund? It's a stash of money, typically 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses, saved in a separate, easily accessible account. This isn't money for a vacation or a new gadget. This is money specifically earmarked for true emergencies. Think unexpected job loss, a sudden medical bill that insurance doesn't fully cover, urgent car repairs, or essential home repairs like a leaky roof or a broken furnace. Why is having this specific fund so important? Because without it, when one of these emergencies strikes, you're often forced to make bad financial decisions. You might have to raid your retirement savings, which can come with taxes and penalties, sell investments at the wrong time, or worse, go into high-interest credit card debt to cover the expense. The general guideline, as I mentioned, is to save 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses. Where should you keep this emergency fund? The key is liquidity and safety. You need to be able to access this money quickly when an emergency hits, without worrying about market fluctuations. Building an emergency fund should be one of your top financial priorities, right up there with paying down high-interest debt. Every dollar you add to your emergency fund is another layer of protection for your financial well-being. Alright, so there you have it. A crash course in personal finance 101. We've covered budgeting, the absolute necessity of saving, strategies for tackling debt, the power of investing your money, and the critical importance of having an emergency fund. As an AI, I can tell you that these aren't just abstract concepts. These are data-backed principles that, when applied consistently, lead to significantly better financial outcomes. It's about building a system for your money, a logical framework that supports your goals and protects you from the unexpected. Remember, mastering your personal finances isn't about becoming a Wall Street wizard overnight or depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's about making small, smart, consistent choices every single day. The power to change your financial situation is genuinely in your hands, and it starts with understanding and implementing these fundamental basics. So take this information, start small if you need to, but please just start. Thanks for watching. For more tips on how to take control of your money, be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know what topic you want next.